Rivers State Governor Governor Wike has declared that one of the greatest achievements of his administration is the elimination of upland riverine dichotomy which plagued the state in the past. Speaking during an interview with the organizers of Zik Leadership Prize, Governor Wike said that his administration has been able to promote unity for the overall development of the state.
Well, first of all, you remember that the founding fathers of the state, the River State should be seen as a place or a land of opportunities where our people will have to set their potentials to achieve in life. In this state before, all you see, all you hear, are so determined that this, you're from this upland, you're from this riverine, and so people were not doing things as if we were one rivers. So we believe that one way we must achieve, if we see ourselves as one, and once that is done, then we are moved to the next step. So today, I am concerned that that issue of upland and riverine is no longer necessary. We see ourselves as one river state. And why is it not necessary? It's because of the projects and programs we are carrying out in all the local governments that make up this state. And so people now say, what is this issue of riverine and upland? There are projects everywhere. But if you are not doing that, then they begin to think about this. Oh, projects are not coming this way because we're this or we're that. So one vision was to bring everybody together. Having achieved in that, what is the place of rivers in Nigeria?
Governor Wike noted that Rivers State has made tremendous progress in the last 3 years because project execution has been prioritized.
We have to move, and that's why today most people are beginning to have hope. Oh, we're happy. Rivers State is moving. It's no longer stagnated as it used to be. We'll move from point A to point B. So our concern is to make sure that we use the economy, the potentials of the state for the greater interest of our people by turning around what we have or what we used to have. Our concern has always been, one, unite the state as it is today.
The governor said that his administration is committed to making sure that Rivers State takes a rightful position in the Committee of States in the country. He said a trip round the state of Nigeria under the present dispensation reveals that Rivers State under his watch is one of the leading centers of rapid growth.
Two, making sure that Rivers State takes its rightful position in the Committee of States in this country. So this is our focus, and which we're achieving by the grace of God. In terms of, if you go around the whole states in Nigeria today, you talk about in terms of improvement, talk about development. Obviously, you cannot count 1, 2 states without counting rivers.
Governor Wike said that he inherited a collapsed infrastructure and damaged governance structure, hence the decision to prioritize project execution for optimum output.
Part of the problem with government too, when you come, instead of you to look at what is on ground and look at the ones you can manage, you just discard it to start with your own. Let it be. I started it. And that has been the bane of the problem until today. This project, it was me. I started it. But the problem is not I started. The problem is, are you able to finish the project? And so we decided, the cabinet decided, look, we cannot continue with what used to happen in the past by abandoning most of the projects. After all, they are public funds. When you have abandoned projects littered all over the places, it is not the credit of the state. Therefore, we must have to see how we can finish most of these abandoned projects. And today, to the glory of God, we have almost succeeded. But you see, when you do this, the same people who abandoned the project, who did not even provide a handover note to us, as for us to know the status of these projects, we turn around to say, oh, they have done the project up to 95%. Every project you finish, they've claimed they have done 95%. I don't know how a government would have done a project to 95%. Then it will take us 3 years to finish that project. It's not very funny. But part of the problem we have always had in this country is that we bring out projects that cannot be sustained when you leave office. Then, for example, before now, how much was this state getting? 20-25 billion a month. Now, as we came on board, we are getting 7 billion, 6 billion, from 25 billion a month to 76 billion. How then do you begin to sustain and maintain those projects? It becomes a white elephant project. Now, to worsen the case, sometimes the previous administration would go and destroy an old school to build a new one. They end up not even building the new one, and the old one has been destroyed. Then they now pack all the children to another school. How do you destroy when you have not replaced? If you look at the report by the Economic Advisory Council of the previous administration, they came out clearly and said, look, these things are unnecessary. You have awarded over 400 and something schools in 8 years, but you finish 170 something. What about the other 300 and something schools? Who will finish them? It becomes abandoned projects. And that, for me, that shouldn't be the way. That is why today we have a lot of schools that we tend to renovate and build new ones. But we can't take them all at the same time. So it's okay. Take this three. When we finish this three, we'll take another three, for example, and must reflect the three senatorial zone. So that we won't run into the problem of this project not being complete. We know that it is not, you cannot say you complete the entire project. But there are projects, for us, we don't concept project that will take us more than 2 years. It becomes unnecessary. It becomes unnecessary. And any project we know, we do not have the funding, we don't start it.
He stated that achievements in governance can only be made possible by commitment and passion, and not just the experience of the office holder.
Again, like I said, part of the problems we have always had, with all due respect, is not being able to identify what you want to do. Wanting to carry the whole thing at the same time, and at the end of the day, you're achieving nothing. So, for us, what was our focus when we came on board? The infrastructure was completely broken down. There are no road networks. So if we want to talk about how investors will come to the state, how can investors come to the state that cannot have network of roads? For us, a state like Rivers, it will be difficult for anybody to hear that Rivers State was unable to pay salaries of workers for 8 months, to pay pensioners for 6 months. You remember, on the 27th of May, 2015 precisely, my predecessor, while having his birthday at the World International Conference Center, did say that he will see where the governor of the state will give money to pay salaries, talk less of carrying out projects. So, as far as they were concerned, we are coming, we are not done the ground, and for us, before we start over, it would have been late. But the glory of God, like I said, if you believe in God, if you identify the things you want to do, it becomes easy for you.
Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike is among the 9 prominent Nigerians who have won the 2017 Zeke Prize Award. Governor Wike emerged the winner of the Zeke Prize in Good Governance.